The one rule for life. Depending on your perspective, Immanuel Kant was either the most boring person on the planet or a productivity hacker. Wet dream for every 40 years. He woke up every morning at 5 a.m. and wrote for exactly 3 hours. He would then lecture at the same university for exactly 4 hours. He followed that up with lunch at the same restaurant each day. Then in the afternoon he would go on an extended walk through the same park on the same route, leaving and returning home at the exact same time every day. Kent spent his entire life in Königsberg, Prussia. I mean that literally he never left the city despite the sea being an hour away. He never saw it. Kent was efficiency personified. He was so mechanical in the habits that his neighbors joked they could tune their clocks based on when he left his apartment each day. He would leave for his daily walk at 3:30 p.m., have dinner with the same friend every evening, and return home to finish work and go to bed at exactly 10 p.m. It's easy upper to scoff at a guy like this one to develop seriously get a life dude, but Kant was one of the most important and influential thinkers in modern history. He did more of steer the world from his inner room apartment in Prussia than most kings and armies ever did before and seen. If you are living in a democratic society that protects individual rights, you have can to partially thanks for it that he was the first person to ever envision a global governing body that could guarantee peace across much of the world. He described space-time in such a way that it inspired Einstein's discovery of relativity. He came up with the idea that animals could potentially have rights, invented the philosophy of aesthetics and beauty, and resolved a 200 years philosophical debate in the span of a couple hundred pages. He reinvented moral philosophy from top to bottom, overthrowing ideas that had been the basis of Western civilization since Aristotle. Kant was an intellectual badass. If brains had balls, Kant would have been made out of steel. His ideas, particularly about ethics, are still discussed and debated in thousands of universities today. And that's what I want to talk about Kant's moral philosophy and why it matters. Now I know what you are saying. Really, Mark, moral philosophy cares, which may shiny sunset, inspiration, quotes, and cat piece. Well, that's right. There is moral philosophy. Anytime you say who cares or what the big deal, you are essentially questioning the value of something. It is worth your time and attention. It is better worth than something else. You are all questions of value. They all fall under the umbrella of moral philosophy. Our moral philosophy determines our values, what we care about and what we do not care about, and our value determine our democracy. Therefore, moral philosophy applies to everything in our lives. Got it? Good. Kant moral philosophy is unique and continuative. Kant believed that for something to be good, it had to be universal. That is, it cannot be right to do something in one situation and wrong to do it in another. If lying is wrong, it has to be wrong all the time. It has to be wrong when everyone does it. Period. If it is not always right or always wrong, then that cannot be valid ethical principle. Kant called Kant called these universal ethical principle categories.